Alright, guys, welcome back. The NBA Fantasy Salary Cup edition continues, and it's finally game day 7 of an amazing game week 7. Wow, what a game week this has been. There was not a single day I was below average in game week 7. Let the record state. And of course, capping it all up with game day 7, I managed to score 232 points, and the average was 134. And of course, the topmost points was 364 points, which I wasn't far off. Now, of course, my contributors towards those points were none other than Danny Avdia of the Portland Trail Blazers, who gave me 50 points. Then, of course, Nikola Jokić, who gave me 61 points in that one, over the Denver Nuggets. 65 points from Tyrese Maxey, 26 points from VJ Edgecombe, 29 from Kinopo. And on the bench, I had 17 from Mitchell and 10 from Minor, who did not play, but in retrospect, I believe was a good decision that they did, because everyone that scored higher than them was on my first starting 5. Alright, now I look at the games that were played on game day 7. Of course, it kicked off with the Orlando Magic taking on New York Knicks. And of course, Jalen Brunson was in the mix, getting 50 fantasy points in this game, dropping 30 in the actual game, and 9 assists to go along with that, which is very, very good. That is very, very expensive, 15 million. So I don't know about you getting him into your squads. Then Jalen Suggs led the way on the other side for Orlando Magic, got 37 fantasy points in that one, dropping 17 points in the game, 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Desmond Baines contributed a handsome 16 points in the game, and of course 33 fantasy points in that one. Paul Banchero, this team is so unlucky. Paul Banchero returns from injury, managed to drop 16 points, 21 fantasy points in the game, but Franz Wagner got injured, got a knee injury in this game, only managing to play 7 minutes, which is really, really sad, considering that he was on form and this team was unstoppable with him on. And of course, coupled with the addition of Paula Banchero, they would have been a juggernaut to beat. And of course, it was a close one, and you can see right there, I don't see Karl-Anthony Towns. He didn't show up, so of course that was put New York Knicks at a disadvantage. So let's jump into the highlights at the moment, and then roll on after that.
Bridges drives on Bain, pulls up in the paint, and Mikal Bridges. Wagner up top. Bain stumbles a bit with his dribble, shuffles it out. An open Banchero nails the 3.
Banchero averages 21 a game.
Wagner brings the ball up a lot.
Yeah, he averages 6 rebounds. Look at that infinite range.
Yeah, that 3-pointer gets a nice soft bounce. He's shooting 35%. Banchero up top. Wendell Carter fakes. Brunson getting in the way of Suggs, but Suggs' nice adjustment, lays it up and in.
Suggs previously missed poorly from behind the arc. Able to capitalize. Brunson in the paint.
High off the glass.
And you didn't jinx him, Mike.
Clyde, if you want to believe that I have something to do with it, go ahead. Oh, there's another open 3. Carter.
Yeah, he's averaging 11 and 7 on this season, this Carter.
Bridges, the corner. Yabusele connects on a 3. Suggs gets a running start, kicks it back out Wagner. Not an easy matchup for Robinson because he has to guard on the perimeter, and Wagner gets a two-pointer. Mike Brown not happy with the physical team.
And a tall team, too. 3 of the starters are 6'10".
Deuce McBride's first shot goes in. Off the bench, starter, it doesn't matter right now.
And Richard Wagner brings it up.
He's been wearing that mask for weeks now after whacked in the nose, and that's where he's so good. Jonathan Isaac guarding him. Isaac his first minutes. Brunson. Reach and stolen. Brunson thought he got fouled. Good hands from Wagner. Black throws it up. And Porty deflects it out of bounds as Wagner goes down hard. There was a lot of contact there.
Oh, that's a lot of ugly injury there.
Yabusele quickly checks on him. Excuse me, Porty.
A lot of stress on his ankle, on his knee, folks. He landed very awkwardly.
They're going to check to see if it's a flagrant. You see Porty is clearly upset. And Suggs went over and said it's okay. Porty, that's not looking
now
good.
Now they're top gun. Like he might be missing some time as well.
Yabusele knocks down another three. Yabusele 2 for 2. Finds some room, and he connects on a three. Jones a terrific backup point guard.
OG keeping his head up, wants to attack.
And he does. Blocked by Batazzi. Terrific recovery. Here's Black running the floor. Black sidestep, and a layup is good.
And denying the hoop to the Magic.
Bridges alley-up to Robinson. Perfect connection. And Mitchell Robinson with... Considering how physical they are. Suggs, good help defense that time from Yabusele.
Nick Bench had a good look at that. It was right in front of him.
McBride, pass inside, Bridges falling away, shot won't go, Robinson with the tip-in. Suggs to Black. Black the runner, nice move there. Black with 6 points.
Literally, Mike.
Bridges searching for an open area, finds it, and gets it a fall. Mikal Bridges, 8 points, a rebound. Knicks have led by as many as 7. Anthony Black fires away. That's good. Black from downtown. And Carroll can't get it. Robinson can. 10 rebounds for Mitchell Robinson in 14 minutes. 6 offensive. Brunson drives hard. Right-handed. Flips it in. 3 fouls.
Yeah, he was very aggressive as OG.
He was playing well. Anunoby lines it up. Nails to getting back to that point this year. As Bridges, 1 foot hot, he's got double figures.
Right around this season. Brunson starting to use and abuse them again.
13 straight points. And they get on the board. First points.
Knicks have good continuity. Bridges and Brunson had the hot hand.
Falling away. No. Shot clock at 5. Black. Anunoby takes it away right out of his hands. Here comes Kolek. Finds Bridges. Bridges layup. It's good. OG Anunoby's defense sensational once again. Both teams without a key player. Wagner hurt early. Karl-Anthony Towns did not play today. Black goes back door. And not a smart foul. Beautiful pass from Carter. Anthony Black. Nice maneuver inside.
See how aggressive Black is. Always attacking the hoop.
Brunson. Bain gets it off the turnover. Bain goes inside, lays it up and in. Shot clock at 4. Josh Hart puts up a jumper. Got it. Josh Hart knocking down mid-range shots. Brunson the rebound. I'll bring it back out. Now goes back inside. Layup. Bank shot is good. 29 for Brunson. Makes a lot of his blocks as he's chasing. Black misses. Rebound Bain. Bancaro, nobody near him. And finally they get a 3-point. Anunoby again drive. This time he finishes. Anunoby with the flush and the lead back up to 11. The case here tonight. Bancaro shut off nicely. Black against Brunson. Anunoby goes to help. Richardson 3-pointer. That's good. Jace Richardson, the son of Jason Richardson. He's from Michigan State. Anunoby, right corner. Got it! OG Anunoby with Hart. Anunoby inside, finds Hukporti. Beautiful pass. Unselfish play from Anunoby. Almost goes it over to Yabusele. Oh, stolen by Richardson. You have to be careful on situations like that. All of a sudden now, got injured on a drive to the basket earlier and went back to locker room, did not return. Second free throw, no good. Penda, the offensive rebound, put back is good. The clock. Oh, that worked perfectly. Penda kicks it out. Richardson gets a clean look for three. Off the mark, no good. Hart trying to come up with it. Penda has it, 2 seconds to go. And they launch that one up, and the Knicks finally.
They just were not able to come back from that deficit, and it was a sad ordeal that they had, of course, earlier on when their star player, Franz Wagner, got injured and had to be carried off. Well, he hobbled off the court, not carried in the way, but he was assisted off court, which is sad. It was terrible. I think it is a hyperextended knee. The court must have slipped when he came down and hyperextended his knee, and he could have done damage to the ligaments in the knee. So that was a sad ordeal for Franz Wagner. So that concluded that game. The next game, of course, was Boston Celtics taking on Toronto Raptors. It's amazing how Boston Celtics has turned their season around. They started on a bad note. They were struggling. I think they didn't believe in themselves after knowing that they were going to go the entire season without Jason Tatum, who got injured in the playoffs last year with a torn Achilles, one of those terrible injuries a player can ever get. So now they are starting to believe in themselves, and you can clearly see they have been winning games, which is amazing and good for them. Let me just have a look at where they stand at the moment. They were actually languishing in the bottom half of the table, that is in the Eastern Conference. So, but when you look at them right now in the Eastern Conference standings, they are currently fourth. Look at that, fourth. Wow. And they are now 14-9, 14 wins and 9, and their current win streak is 4 games. They have won 4 games in a row. So that's how they have turned their season around. So they won this one as well, 121 to 113 against Toronto Raptors. And of course, Brown is their spearhead, and he managed to get 54 points in fantasy points in this one, dropping 30 points in the game, and of course 8 rebounds and 5 assists in this one. That's Jalen Brunson. Then Derek White is also doing wonders for this team, dropping 50 fantasy points in this one, 25 in the game, 4 rebounds and 5 assists, 3 blocks to go along with that. Then on the other side, Forsythe Pritchard is doing an amazing job, a good contribution, 15 points in this game, 34 fantasy points. Brandon Ingram on the other side, 40 fantasy points, dropping 30 in the game, but it wasn't enough. Then Scotty Barnes as well, 51 points, dropping a double-double, 18 points in the game and 11 rebounds. Mamu Keleshvili Sandro doing his thing as well, dropping 14 in the game. So let's look at the highlights of this one.
Brown into the front court, met by Quickly. White, and back-to-back buckets. Quickly. Back up top to Ingram using the Pirtle screen. Freed up, and the 3 is good. What did you like about that sequence?
Now frees him up for an easy shot. Let the offense work for you.
Walsh. And that is good. Jordan Walsh inserted into the starting lineup November the 12th, and they're 9-2.
And he's right there. You see the defensive presence that he's embraced that role.
Brown follows, and a timeout taken by Darko. 9th season. He's played in 8 games. this year for Boston. Jakob Poeltl coming out of the timeout gets the bucket. Raptors, their 5 turnovers early have led to 4 points for Boston.
Man, that's what you can't have. And again, freeing up Derek White, finding Poeltl as soon as the help comes.
Simons, the 3 doesn't go. Hauser bats it out. Here's Derek White, and White with a 3. Brown with an up fake. And Brown fading. Bucket is good.
Doing everything else, getting triple doubles and just leading this team.
Ingram, the 3. He's got 10. Had a season low 7 on Friday night.
See the Raptors switching pick and roll now, loading up, but you got to guard because you're going to give up a 3.
Sam Hauser, deep range.
Does it all.
Yep.
He does it all. I love it.
Raptors down by 9, and now it's 11 and a foul. White will head to the line.
His role in his game for this Boston Celtics team.
Top scorer, 14 points. Great find by Scotty in the layup by Ochai Agbaji.
Good pass.
And Mamu. And then also those lengthy droughts. And that cross-court pass. Grady takes it away. Finds Mamu. Shot clock down to 2. Simons puts it on the deck. Simons right at the lead was 13. 25 years of age in his 4th year in the league, Sam Hauser. And that shot doesn't go, and Walsh climbing up with 4th in the NBA in second chance points. Come out of the 3 is good. Poeltl was there, White. And Queta pushes off. Queta on the inside, lays it up and in, and Darko Rajakovic is absolutely. Queta flips it to Hauser. Hauser with a 3, that's good. 73 by Boston. He averages 29, he has 17. And Mamu lays it up and in. The Raptors allowing 7. Close out by Ingram, shot clock down. Brown fading. And on the glass, a second chance opportunity. Queta with a layup, and they have been able to do that. And short, Jacoby Walter ahead to Ingram. Ingram pulls up, 3 is good. Here's Quickly.
And that's the same thing we said. Got to contain the basketball at first.
Great dish, that left-handed bounce pass.
Across your body, bounce pass, laser.
He just has a feel. Scotty with 6 assists.
But you know, that also comes from Poeltl and his great hands. Confidence of making that pass.
Queta over top. Brown working with Queta, keeps Walter right where he wants him. Draws a double, wide open 3 for Pritchard. 8-0 run.
Getting stops. Once they get the stop, they're pushing the ball up the floor with force.
Brown ends the run, 91-77. Offensive rebound by Boston. And a great anticipation by Scotty. Ahead now to Agbaji. Agbaji has it knocked away, gets it back, flips it up and throws. 15 minutes off of the bench. Ingram, the length. Looking for Ingram. He'll find Agbaji, corner 3. Got it! His first made corner 3 of the season.
It's going to be opportunities for the Raptors to pick up their defense.
Shed with the 3. Got it! He's been struggling from the field, providing so much more with assists and steals and defense, but good to see that 3 go down. It's a 19-2 run in a 4-point game. Darko is furious. Without Queta on the floor, they've done a much better job of getting on the defensive glass. Here's Ingram. Bucket getter. He's got 27. 5-point game. 11 in the quarter for Ingram. Simons. Shed. Shot clock. There you go. Off the bounce. The blow by. Celtics with 14, fast break points through in the first half. Shed with the bucket.
And also,
Barnes, Mamu, Elijah Martin, Shed, and AJ knocks it down from Brampton. Pritchard weaving his way through traffic.
That was a great pill-off by the Raptors.
Shed went for the steal. Diving in, Elijah Martin. Shed. And the Raptors lead. Boston 0-6 from the field here in the fourth. Scotty. Swooping and hooping from the corner. White and the three.
It's so cool. White so smooth. Ball finds him.
Pritchard. Cut off. Pritchard, the open three. Good. And that'll happen, right? You miss a couple of opportunities. Encouraging his team here at the defensive end.
So now at this point of the game, wow.
Deep three. And Derek White, 60 wins. Got off to a shaky start. But they've won 9 of 11. Here's White. Over Pirtle with a bucket. 113. Raptors.
Now, of course, the comeback was complete by the Toronto Raptors right there, but unfortunately, they ran out of gas, and those daggers from Derek White and company did them in, and they ended up losing that one. But it was a fun one for the Toronto fans. It's just unfortunate that they were not able to come out the other end. They ended up losing it 121-113. That concluded the second game. Then that was followed by the MVP's game. That's Nikola Jokić taking on Charlotte Hornets. And of course, they soundly won that one, of course, with a huge contribution from Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray dropped 34 points in this game, 50 fantasy points in this one. 34 in the game, 3 rebounds and 5 assists for Jamal Murray. Then the MVP, Nikola Jokić, of course, dropped 62 fantasy points in this one, dropping a double-double, 28 points in the game, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double with 9, and of course 11 assists in that very game with 1 steal to go along with that. Then on the other side, of course, Miles Bridges led the way, 52 fantasy points in that game, 24 points in the game, 1 rebound shy of a double-double, with 9, and of course 2 assists shy of a triple-double with 8 assists in that game. Brandon Miller, after his return from his shoulder injury, is doing well, scoring 17 points in this one, 38 fantasy points in the game, 5 rebounds and 5 assists for them. Let's pull up the highlights, but right before that, let me just highlight Kunkanopo. Kunkanopo managed to get me 29 points in this game, dropping 14 in the actual game. Let's have a look at those highlights.
Block shot. Murray misses it, goes back behind the arc. That's what I'm talking about. He misses his twos, he makes his threes. Jamal Murray, 2-pointer. Bucks the trend.
He's so smooth.
Oh! That's an interesting looking shot. Wow. All right. Hornets get a bucket. First one of the game. Randy gets pushed off his mark, whips it over to Brenner. First 2 for the rookie.
Jokić, I don't know if that was scripted, but he had a hard double team on Brandon. Brandon realized that once he regained control, where is my big guy? That's Kalkbrenner around the rim.
Miles tries to turn the corner, little floater with the right hand.
Just occupied the spot, the space that Kahn gave up once he gave him the ball. Powerful move with a soft finish.
Jokić has only attempted 1 shot here, almost halfway through our first quarter. Murray, line of dribbling. Leaves it for Jokić, extra pass to Hardaway. Didn't catch it cleanly, but still swirls through a 3. Brooklyn, New York, and then Toronto.
We talked about how comfortable Liam is getting, especially on the offensive end of the floor. Getting comfortable and confident.
Layup, Murray gives the assist to Jokić.
He's going to make the right pass at the time of cutting Murray.
Hey, first bucket for Khan, and it's a triple. Which I find impressive. He is wearing Mason Plumlee's old Denver Nuggets number, 24. Hardaway. First shot of the second quarter is a triple. Wants it back. Jonas Valanciunas trying to atone. That's what he does best.
He wants to feel somebody. He wants to be.
Larry Bird wore number 7 when he played for Team USA in the Olympics. Picked up by Salon. Tijan Salon, his first bucket. Just looked incredible.
I bet he still can shoot.
Brandon Miller. He can shoot it. Three-pointer for Brenner. Beautiful touch for the kid.
How about in the history of this game, you're doing something. He ain't done.
No. Jamal Murray's back in with the left hand.
Showing off.
So the starting 5 and puts it back up in showtime.
Throw other 3 guys around him and they'll make them look good, win games.
Bridges, a spin, throws it up and in with the right hand.
As a defender, you know Miles Bridges is a left-hand player, so you shade the left hand, but he's very comfortable spinning back to the right.
Jokić walks into a 3. Bridges gets a friendly bounce. McNeely, best first half of his pro career.
No doubt about it. I mean, he's got a made-up mind. Knew he wanted to shoot that basketball for the catch. Up around the shoulders was the catch. No hesitation.
Murray is a joy to watch. What a treat. I think I have a problem if someone's picking up leaves with gloves on. Jokić hits. Hornets playing without LaMelo Ball. That's why KJ's getting to run, and he's got a chance for a 3-point play. Hornets have played Denver 2 previous times on December 7th over the years, and they've won both times. It's a pretty good sign. Miles Bridges pops it in. Stolen away. Hornets with the basketball. December 7th, 2010, December 7th, 2018. Both wins against Denver. Largest lead of the game for the Hornets. This has been a back-and-forth ball game. Tied 10 times. Lead change 22 times. Jamal Murray, he's got a Curry. Brandon Miller. Nuggets a chance to regain the lead. Great pass. Cam Johnson finds the cutting Jokić. Murray got popped in the chest. Watson. Oh my goodness, that's a funky looking shot. And it's Plumlee. Taps up and in. Shot clock down to 4. Rolling right-handed hook. Pointer of his NBA career.
Very comfortable.
Hornets cut it back to 4. Jokić didn't even look at the rim. Gets it back and now looks at the rim. Good team basketball.
There's got a Masters.
It's stunning to me.
Yeah.
2 for 1 window just slammed shut. Hornets will happily take that 3 though.
Okay.
Brandon Miller. Pretty good option. Gets it to Jokić. Nikola Jokić for Denver. Swooping left-handed hook with a soft roll for Valanciunas. Valanciunas part of that really great draft class of 2011. Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving. Knicks finally something. Jamal Murray. Hesitated long enough to get the advantage over. Jokić. He's just so casual. You don't know when he's going to shoot. Jamal Murray. Hesitated long enough to get the advantage over. Jokić. He's just so casual. You don't know when he's going to shoot because he has never fouled out of a game as a college player or a pro.
Sense of urgency time.
Knippel now in double figures. Hornets were down 12 in the 4th quarter of last Saturday's game against Toronto and won the ball game. Kalkbrenner give the assist to Bridges. Watson, a dunk and a foul. Another assist for Jokić. 13 in a row at the free throw line. Knipple. Come on. He did it intentionally. Dell, he did that intentionally. I am convinced. He was squaring that up. That was so long from the get-go. He intentionally shot that up the window against it. I'm here to tell you. Miles Bridges gets 2 back. Stolen. Sion. Give him 2. No quitting that kid. Extraordinarily talented. Khan off the window and in. Miles, second dunk of the night. Both with 2 hands. The NBA all-time record is 16.
Now, of course, Nikola Jokić and Jamal Murray, that pairing, made sure that they put this one in the bag. And of course, they won that one 115-106 against Charlotte Hornets. And of course, it helped them back that game. Next, after that, of course, was Portland Trail Blazers taking on Memphis Grizzlies. And of course, Dani Avdija was in the mix in this one. I had hoped that they would be able to beat Memphis, but unfortunately they failed, which is weird. I don't really understand this, but they ended up losing this one, 96-119, Memphis Grizzlies. Dani Avdija was in the mix, managed to score 50 fantasy points in this game, 17 in the game, 7 rebounds and 7 assists for Dani Avdija. Jeremy Grant led the way in points scoring, 21 points in the game for Portland Trail Blazers. Shaedon Sharpe scoring 17 in this one. Then on the other side, Santi Aldama doing his thing, scoring 22 points, 7 rebounds, 37 fantasy points. Jalen Wells doing his thing as well, scoring 16 points, 33. And of course, Contavious Caldwell-Pope doing his things, 16 points. Let's jump into these highlights immediately.
With this Blazers team.
Shot clock down to 4. Coward trying to up under, goes to the cup and efficiency. Toumani Camara, known for his defense, knocks down to 3. Camara, 34% from beyond the arc, was disqualified with 6 fouls in just 24 minutes in the loss at Detroit. Only had 1 point in that game, but he's averaging 12 and a half. Jaren Jackson Jr. lost it, got it to Edey and a bunch. The big fella. Deep position, Edey. Banks it in. Hanson had no chance. Hanson getting the start tonight. No Robert Williams. Jaren lobbing. Edey finishing. Wells driving. Coward attacking against Reeve. Tapped in. Edey. Cam Spencer in along with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Cam. Hold step. Fade away.
Of the opportunity. The steal there.
Reeve mishandled. Picked up by Jock Landale. Grizzlies in transition. They find an open KCP for 3. Bango! KCP.
Little zone defense here. Nice find in the middle.
Yeah, Sissoko was yelling at his teammates. Aldama with the hook. It's in. Santi Aldama. Grizzlies better than... Grizzlies 41st quarter points. Their highest scoring first quarter of the season. Jeremy Grant drives through, scoop scores, and drops. Now it's Repair missing the 3. Vince in the paint.
Nice pull up there by Vince.
Jaren driving against Hanson. Off the glass and down. Jaren driving. Missed the hook. Edey skies in for the rebound. Caldwell-Pope drives, hangs, off glass and down, and the foul. I continue.
Coming back all season long.
KCP responds with a 3 of his own. Caldwell-Pope. 11 for Caldwell-Pope, averaging 7 a game.
Continues to shoot it well from the perimeter. Great defense there to come up with a knockaway.
Aldama, a walk-up 3. Bango! Santi Aldama. Defense, Avdija wanted a foul. Gets no satisfaction. Jaren to the rim with 2 hands. Good transition effort by the Grizzlies that time ends in a Jackson dunk.
I like that Jaren continued to run the floor. Did not wait for a trail pass to the three-point line.
Made the defensive play against Avdia. Defends him now. Avdia. 7 to shoot. Wells. Vince against the shot clock at 3.
Yes. Another thing for Edie, you know, he has taken a step. Jaren looking for him every time. Is Sharp doing what he
get him back on Friday when the Grizzlies take on Utah. Sissoko. Hansun passed down the 3. Kamara for 2. Sissoko running the floor. Oh,
great
blocked. Vince Williams Jr. got the block, but Jeremy Grant. Avdia for 3. 5-point game.
Well, through it all, though, you can say it all, but Portland has continued to be effective here to start this third.
Cam Spencer with a jumper. Got it. Of the season. Guap Reef. Like I said.
But it's also the +6 advantage at the three-point line for the Blazers. Has them back in the game.
Aldama a little half hook from the baseline. Santi Aldama rounding back into form. He's +17 off the bench tonight. Spencer to steal. Pass intended for Reith.
Oh, nice pass.
Wow, threading the needle. Cam Spencer with the dime to Santi Aldama.
The Magic Johnson.
Caldwell Pope down the lane. A fadeaway. Yes, sir! Contavious Caldwell Pope. 16. The Grizzlies lead the league in double-digit performances by bench players. They're going to get 3 more tonight. And Jeremy Grant, this has been his quarter. 19 for Grant, 13. Chris Murray got free for 2. And Edey just 3 of 8. Young driving and finishing for 2. His first bucket of the night.
Because of the discrepancy in the threes, this has his game a lot closer than they would like it to be for the Grizzlies to get the ball in bounds, go further up the floor, and then you're able to come back.
Hansun, Grizzlies offense not on point that last possession.
And the thing is, with the Grizzlies have to do a good Grant.
Jaren on the drive against Sissoko, floats it up and in. Jaren against Jeremy Grant, takes it in the paint, lost it on the way up. Avdia on the pickup, straight line drive. Oh, and Jaren rejected it! Jaren Jackson Jr., the rundown block. Avdia driving. Spencer for 3. Bango! Cam Spencer. For the Grizzlies, 21st time in the last 22 games. Sharp lost it. Picked up by Landale. A look ahead. Cam thought about it. KCP for 3. Rimming no. Aldama with the follow dunk. Wells for 3. Hammer, nail, coffin. This baby's over. As both teams have cleared their benches, short as they are. Caleb Love back in the game and hits the little hat.
All the way back to Pacific Northwest.
Yep.
To then head all the way back down south at some point. Tired legs may kick in, but you get a little break.
Coward beats the shot clock. Zach Edey a double-double before fouling out.
That's how that ended. They kind of lost their way in the fourth, and they never really quite recovered from that. And of course, that's how that one ended. Portland Trail Blazers losing to Memphis Grizzlies 96-119. Now next, of course, was Golden State Warriors taking on Chicago Bulls. And of course, surprisingly, the Golden State Warriors are even winning consistently without both their... Butler came back. He returned in this one. I was about to say without both Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. Steph Curry is still out, but Jimmy Butler just returned in this game. So a look at this one. Of course, Golden State Warriors managed to beat Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls who started very, very well. Things are not going well. So it's like a flip between Celtics and Chicago. Chicago was playing so well. We were even talking about a resurgence of their golden days of MJ, but unfortunately things have fallen apart. All right, so of course Podziemski is now taking back the lead as was expected. We, in the absence of Steph Curry, leading the way in this case, scoring 21 points, 49 fantasy points, 8 rebounds and 7 assists in this game. Then Quinton Post, the big man, scoring 31 points, fantasy points in this one, 19 dropped in the game. Jimmy Butler returns and of course drops 19 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 45 fantasy points in this game. And then on the other side, Josh Giddey continues to lead the way for the Bulls, but they are not performing as expected. Giddey with 18 points, 3 rebounds, and then 5 assists, 40 fantasy points in this one. Let's jump right into the highlights. Kobe White, just a quick mention, 15 fantasy points. That's terrible. Just 12 points in the game. All right, let's jump into these highlights.
Glute injury and the knee injury sitting out the last couple games.
I love Pat starting with Jimmy Butler.
And Buddy Hield opens the scoring. Again. So these are the first quarters. We never want to see this graphic ever again. Quinton Post from deep. And the Warriors have opened with 6 points. And his ceiling, it's hard to figure out where it might be. It's Vucevic, great mindset. What's Chicago when you've lost 6 in a row?
Their sense of urgency is through the roof as they keep getting hung up behind these screens. All right, idea 2 defenders were staying up with them.
Can't leave Vucevic at the three-point line. Makes it a tough cover for Quinton. And then Kobe White.
There are 14 fouls now. Next one, free throws.
Zach Collins to Terry, up and under. Nice English. Melton into the teeth of the defense. And Moody, the corner triple. Perfect.
Warriors have been setting those early balls. We need to make sure the big man is on to help, and they get in the paint. That's what caused all the problems there for the Bulls.
On Carter, dropping that in. Dividing up to 39%.
He's finding some confidence and rhythm with it.
Kobe White just fell down. Great no call there. TJD had his arm straight up. Melton catch and shoot. It's contagious. Spinning short, and TJD to an open spot, but Terry the quickest man there. Kobe White to the corner. Javon Carter has already made 1. He's made 2.
Watch this zone the Warriors are in now.
Kobe White trying to get in the middle of that zone, flipping it up and in. GP2 was there, but he is, and they look at tape. He learned the same mistake again.
You love that. He's got an edge to him.
The boldness of you talked about it. Here's biggest lead. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Buddy cutting. Jimmy found him, flipped it up and in.
I love that so much because he was the...
Hey, watching Gary play man-to-man defense. Such a skill for Peyton. And Giddey inside, kind of hid behind Collins. That was nice. They double team Pat Spencer. Melton springs free, and Anthony Melton with a triple. The Warriors right now are 10 of 18 from deep.
Buddy Hield.
Psychologically, the score at halftime is going to be big here. The Bulls are... We talked about his athleticism. Their last loss was to Indiana. Siakam at 36, Mathurin at 28. Quinton Post following his own shot. Podziemski catch and shoot 3, and he got it.
Concentrate. Look at him talking to the Bulls bench, but Jimmy Butler just...
I'll fire him there. Vucevic to Dosunmu. Here comes the leaper Buzelis to lay it up and in. He just under high jumper. Dick Fosbury with the Fosbury flop. Ooh. And then you had Bob Beeman, who was the long jumper. He did a combo. And the beautiful 3 there as Quinton Post stays. And then Giddey gave it up to Buzelis. Quinton Post did not let Giddey drive him or get to the rim.
It's attention to detail, knowing your personnel, but knowing how the game is going. The guy has struggled.
And Pat Spencer up and in with the left hand. Out of Buddy Hield with the shot clock at 7. Pat Spencer trying to get inside. He'll fade, fire, and put it in.
Bro, the spacing there was rubbish.
Giddey saving it back to Vucevic. Good Warrior ball movement. Buzelis will pay it off, and that's the best play.
I'll shovel back to you, you shovel back to me. Pajemski will shoot a 3. Why not? Brandon is 4 of 6. Lost it. Moody. Off iron there. Long rebound. Pajemski, quickest man to the ball. 2 shots. Hey, I'm open. Brandon has 14. The lead is right now. Collins inside. He'll put it in and draw the foul. Here. Dalen Terry attacking, and a nice finish. I tell you, beat up Jimmy. He's going to play at his own tempo, but Javon Carter, that's a veteran player, waited for that pass back. Giddey catch and shoot 3. There it is. That looked more like Giddey's been. So the Warriors have gone through a cold spell here offensively. Giddey 100 miles an hour. Carter for 3. 3 made 3s, and here. Shot clock at 3. Pajemski shooting the 3. Big bucket there. Pat Spencer, that hustle play got the Warriors this possession. And Butler going to pay it off. Bro, I love those ghost squeeze. Just
13 points and 6 assists.
Jimmy Butler 3. All right, for Jimmy. The Hall of Famers would appreciate the young guys and how hard they were playing and want to be part of it now. And Jimmy playing tonight. There is postal delivery on a Sunday. Quentin's got 19. 5 made 3s. His career best is 6. And then nice finish by time off. Getting rid of all these road games. This is exciting the next month and a half. Warriors look fresh and bouncy as Giddey makes a 3.
Giddey
In the building for the first time. The Spirit Bar will be on the telestrator.
Come on now.
And Will Richard hits a 3. Up and down the roster. Emmanuel Miller missed there. And Flowers. Steal by Flowers to put it up and in. Go. Warriors are still looking for that stretch this season where they go 4 or 5 in a row, right? Like, so the line. Santos will finish it off. This could be the start of it.
Pajemski. And the whistles have gone away. It doesn't matter. He put it in anyway. He's got 21 to lead the Warriors. 21 for Brandon, 19 for Butler, 19 for Post. That was not a good pass. And that was stolen by Javon Carter. Those are the turnovers the Warriors. Flowers dunking it down. Ball. And the Warriors go 2-1 on the trip. They sweep the back-to-back. 15 road games are in the books. And the
all right, so they won that one, as you can see right there clearly. They are in form without Steph Curry, which is a positive out of a really sad predicament for them. Of course, they need Steph Curry. So they managed to win that one, 123 to the Bulls' 91 points. Now, of course, after that one came the game LA Lakers taking on Philly. That was Tyrese Maxey taking on LUKA Doncic's LA Lakers. Now, of course, LUKA returning back from that paternity leave. Of course, he welcomed his second daughter. And he had to miss a game. I think he missed a game or 2, if I recall correctly. So in this one, on his return, managed to drop 31 points, a triple-double, 31, 15 rebounds, and 11 assists, 74 points in the game. You can quite clearly guess who the player of the night was. Then on the other side, Tyrese Maxey did his thing, dropping 66 fantasy points in this one, 28 points in the game, 7 rebounds and 9 assists for Philadelphia 76ers. Another guy that returned to the fore was Joel Embiid. I think they are slowly bringing him back, playing every other game, dropping 16 points in this game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. That's 33 fantasy points. VJ Edgecombe doing his thing as well, getting 26. I have him on my squad. 15 in the game, 5 rebounds and 3 assists for Philly. Paul George also trying to get back to his usual self. 12 points, 27 fantasy points. On the other side, LeBron James managed to get 54 points in this one, dropping 29 points. Uncharacteristic of him, 7 rebounds and 6 assists for LeBron. Uchimura doing his thing. Rui 17 points, 6 assists, 25. So let's get into the highlights of this one.
BA Cup quarterfinal on Wednesday. First possession, it is Doncic on its way. He averages 13 points in the first quarter on the year, and he had a
Jumper's going to be on tonight. That's a good way to start. Knocking down your first shot makes you relax and get yourself in a nice rhythm.
We've got 3 of the top 6 scores in the NBA and 2.
I don't know why he didn't go to the medical field.
You're perfect, right?
Dr. Nurse.
On its way.
PJ Edgecombe, my boy from the Bahamas. Yeah, I want
him tonight. It is. It's Edgecombe, not Edgecombe.
Edgecombe.
Here's LeBron in deep. He's got it, of course, single digits the other night for the
going crazy, so you can tell his legs feel good tonight.
On its way, high off the board, and it's scored by Maxey. He had a big game last. Over 40. He's had a 54-point game this year. Count it! And one for LUKA.
LUKA's so good at drawing contact. They're athletic and they're fast, so they should be good on defense. Be able to move their feet. Look at this guy.
That's a spin by Joel Embiid.
300 pounds and no big guy that size ever.
All defense. I mentioned the 2-time scoring champ. Underneath, and it's scored by DeAndre.
With Paris beating Embiid down the floor. Paul George. Oh, goodness, Paul George there. It's good to see him back.
From Pop. This is the guy who had the basketball, too, and he backed it all the way up. Maxey as 10. Lakers led by 2 early. On its way. Draining it from way down. That is Jabari Walker.
He can play, he can shoot. I'm surprised the Blazers gave up on him.
He's a good buff from the University of Colorado. LUKA answers back.
Walker again.
And Jabari misses. Same thing. Here comes LBJ. All the way. Score it. How about this? All Lakers starters have scored except Michael.
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves. Reeves is on the bench right now.
But Austin gets his points in bunches.
LeBron, here he goes!
How do you not pick up LeBron in transition if you're the Sixers? No.
When we're staying at the hotel?
But if you have, what is this? What is that called?
You keep looking it up. Game action is underway. We start the second quarter. For the Lakers, Adu Thero gets an opportunity again in the first half as Edgecombe hits. Boy, what a day.
Ball through the net, then he'll be fine.
Joel finds his man and outside. Lakers on their 13 buckets. Little defense to offense. Edgecombe is down. He's complaining. Or they're letting them complain, aren't they? LeBron! Yes! This is a much different. Will get a rest.
Yeah, LaRavia's been hurt, so he got hit in the nose. That's why he hasn't been out there to give him some bench points.
Outside the logo. It's McCain again. Here it is. And it's behind the head. Not a good opportunity. Reeves all the way. Finally gets a field goal as he might go by DeAndre Ayton. And it costs Philadelphia a couple of points. LUKA bounce. Reeves on its way. Down it goes. 40%.
You can get away with 40 if you're holding your opponent to 37%.
Right now the Lakers are down by only 2.
That was a tough shot. That was good, well defended by Jackson Hayes.
Maxey's got it from the outside. Well, LUKA had been 2 for 3, but then he missed a couple of shots there now at the other end. There's Dunn, he got doubled up. Now Reeves is kind of alone underneath. The help came from Jackson Hayes and Embiid. Oh boy, he just doesn't have any lift, does he? None. But he scores anyway. Or they
timed by Embiid.
Edgecombe down to Embiid. Let's see if this gets him. He's missed his last 10 3-point attempts, 2 of them tonight. Free throws, what a difference. 15 out of 16 for Philly. Doncic after the move. That is string music. Yeah.
He'll score 20 points this half.
James looks to attack, gets cut off. Now just inside the free throw line, gets a nice soft shooter's touch for LeBron.
This show, plus putting on a Laker uniform inspires you. Well, George playing like his old self tonight. 2 of
63-55. Starts strong, and LeBron just bullying his way in, bumping, grinding, shooting, scoring. I'll get it for you for Christmas. Here is LeBron, no look away pass to Austin. Long shot, long rebound. LeBron's going to try it from straight away.
He gets pumped up playing here.
He started 1 for 3, 6 for his last 8. Underneath, boy, the defense just was lacking that time.
And that big blow to Philadelphia's morale.
We've only had 3 lead changes in the game, but up and in all. Here he goes! Throws it behind his head! Crowd will go nuts if he makes it, and he does! I say that because there's a ton of Laker fans here. Tapped out now, it's Luka's turn. He wants to get to the rim. Leaner, not there. They're going to get another chance. No, because Drummond gobbles it up. Now it's 3-on-2, and Maxi's there. 8 against teams over 500, and that's what the Lakers are, obviously, coming in. LaRavia steps back for 3.
Boy, that's a confident-looking shot.
Remarkable start. He's a second-year coach of the Lakers. Now his record has been the last 2 years, year and a half. James, and it's Gabe, but back in the scoring column. Front court. They're going to operate it again through Embiid.
He's trying to get closer to the hoop.
There he is, 14-footer. Look at him, he looks in the heavens. Very good. Little 2-man game, keep away. Bounce to LeBron, down the middle, lay it up and in. LeBron. Underneath Rui. Boy, he got lost, didn't he? Yeah, they didn't know where he was.
Defense.
Maxey trying to drive. That's good defense, too, right there.
Sure was.
Didn't let him in, but Maxey made a better shot.
Great things to help his team get the lead. He's playing defense. He's hustling.
Underneath Aiden.
Great pass from Luka once again. This guy's been quiet all night. Quentin Grimes finally going to score.
Yeah, here he is down the middle. Well, he wanted to throw the lob. Doing it himself and throwing it down was on.
For that, man. Love to watch Wembanyama play.
Winner goes to Vegas. If the loser plays the loser of the other quarterfinal is Doncic. Kind of leans in.
That's because you don't know the answer.
Oh, come on. 2+2.
That's Doncic again with the double team.
Back out now to LeBron. Got it! 1, 6, and 6 for LeBron James. Bounce underneath. Drummond with a throw. Drummond now has his 9th double-double of the season. Throwing that one down. LeBron tries another 3. Yes, sir! The kick. Philadelphia has turned it over 4 times. That's it. 4 in the game. Embiid. We're tied at 105. On its feet. Sold out. Noisy.
There he is.
What an atmosphere. LeBron for the lead. Got it! Tonight.
There's LeBron.
James, he wants it. James with 2, with 1. LeBron again! Again! He's back! Here's Grimes. Oh, he nearly banked it in. Boy, they are all over the place. Desperate right now. Again and good! No silly fouls. And LeBron the steal. Apropos. He's got the steal and the game is over.
Now, of course, LUKA Doncic's triple-double made sure that the Lakers win this one sound and clear. LUKA, of course, in the game managed to score 31 points. That triple-double, of course, was 31 points from LUKA, 15 rebounds and 11 assists, and that ensured that the Lakers went on to win that game 112-108. Then, of course, we had the final game of the night, which was OKC taking on Utah Jazz. And, of course, OKC soundly beat Utah Jazz. And you know what's surprising is that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander didn't play in this game. And yet it was a blowout. So there's this idea that comes to mind, and I'm like, an MVP is missing from his team, but his team soundly beats the opponents. Not that Utah is a better team, but I mean, I don't know. This just feels that squad is just too good. In that the third team is as good as the first team, no, even better. So I do not think Shai should be MVP. He's just on a very, very good team. So MVP should be the most valuable player. Anyway, here we go. Not the player that sits out and then the team blows out the opponents. So Chet Holmgren right there led the way for OKC, scoring 25 points in that one. 45 fantasy points, 9 rebounds, 1 shy of a rebound to a triple-double. Then, of course, Jalen Williams took on the realm, the leader from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 50 points, fantasy points in that one, 25 in the game, and 2 shy of a double-double, 8 rebounds for him right there. Larry Marketing also did play on the other side. Keontae George was sleeping. He didn't do much, only 8 points, 22 fantasy points in this game. So let's roll the highlights.
With a 1-1 coming into tonight's ball game. Also on a 14-game winning streak. That guy right there, in and out of the lineup, will put the let it play. Just kind of letting the game breathe a little bit.
There's a drive, a kick, and a finish by Holmgren. Nice move, and it tons of efficient basketball. Nurkic pulled the string, out of bounds. Holmgren got all the way to the cup. There is Wallace, who lets it fly from downtown. 38 forced turnovers, 44 points off turnovers, which is the second most in the last 8 years. This is coming off of a miss on the other end, and the hot start.
Will Hardy's been around, folks. This is not his first rodeo. Spent 6 seasons in San Antonio with the Spurs under the legendary Greg Popovich.
Again from downtown.
On that play, we've seen it several times on the Thunder's end.
Nice cut. Chad inside's got the easy slam.
Basketball. You can tell I coached AAU basketball for 6 years. It works at any level is what I'm saying.
Oh, another nice pass. There is Carlson coming right off the bench. We cook
up those assists right now with 9 here.
Brandon Carlson never afraid to unleash threes. George, good defense by Mitchell. That's a tough shot. Put him up with misses from three-point land. That is a standalone Ousmane Dieng 3. And for OKC, that is already the 7th year of the first. Prior to tonight, Michael, it is really special for him to be able to come and play in this building. And here he goes again.
Come on, man.
J-Dub had a little hesitation. Had it knocked away on the way up by George. Ousmane Dieng outside. How about 3, number 9?
Get a shot off a little bit short. Remember, he had that outstanding start in this game back in November where he knocked down 3 straight threes.
Kenrich Williams, he gets into the mix. 10 threes in the first quarter. He's still in the first row.
He did a good job of staying vertical. And the Thunder continue to torch the Knicks. I'm talking about hotter than the surface of the sun. 3.
Filipowski, that's a nice move.
Open up the floor for you.
That's a nice pass by Mahmoud. But 7 different players made a 3.
That's a massive number to help you out on that scoreboard.
As Clayton connects from downtown.
Whether it's from that 3-point line or going inside.
Wiggins, nice turnaround, and he's going to get the soft touch, and it goes in.
Get you started in a quarter. The Jazz are on a nice little modest 5-0 run.
And there's the rookie, Ace Bailey, stepping behind the... Oh, what a block right at the cup by Holmgren.
Man, that was terrific. Froze me tracks while I was talking. How about this here? Wide open, too. Well, you talking about something to make a coach happy? The shot, he's always playing along those baseline. Defensively to block those shots.
Rim to rim effect as J-Dub finally gets that. J-Dub's got the easy 2.
Jazz.
J-Dub looking to distribute, does so. Holmgren again.
He's able to get down and make plays with the basketball. How about this as the Thunder just continues to score easy baskets. As the Jazz right now are trying to regain their composure after that break.
As Bailey again shows his touch from the outside.
Change off the floor, jumped up in there, knew exactly where he was going to throw it. It's probably not what Filipowski wanted.
Jazz went for it all on the other end. It is Ken.
Point shooter and Kenrich Williams.
Open man, Hendricks, and after 2 threes.
We just mentioned with Dieng.
See what J-Dub decides to do. Should be the final shot of the 3rd, and there is that patent move.
Down. Thunder's 17th make.
Hendricks, nice up and under.
The Jazz at no point in this game have created any kind of pushback whatsoever. And Ousmane Dieng, why not? Steps, tried to knock down his 4th three of the game, couldn't do it. Dieng, nice drive, the kick out, looking for another 3, and there is another 3. Boy. Thunder up by 42 in the game. It's the biggest lead in any game that the Thunder have had this year.
A growing zero mindset.
Thunder have had some lopsided games so far this year, but this one is up there. Dang.
Well, credit to the guys that wore the uniform tonight. They all stepped up. You know, everybody has stepped up. That's a beautiful layup with that left hand and crossover by out there on the floor. Taking that concentration to knock it.
Wide open threes. Point, beat down in Salt Lake City. As you see Youngblood with the 26
Now
points.
this was no contest for sure.
I know what he'll be doing.
The OKC came out all guns blazing. Remind you, this is minus SGA. So this team, let no one lie to you, they are a star-studded team. They are that good. Can you imagine in the first half, in the first quarter, not even first half, but in the first quarter of the game, they had dropped 11 threes. The game was over by the end of the first quarter. They had a huge lead in the first quarter after dropping 11 threes. That's 33 points in the first quarter from the arc, beyond the arc. Anyway, that concluded our games. Now we take a look at our players of the night. Of course, our players of the night were none other than, you guessed it, Nikola Jokić in the front court leading the way as Denver Nuggets made sure they beat Charlotte Hornets. That's an error. I need to correct that. It's supposed to be Charlotte Hornets, not Houston Rockets. Yeah, Charlotte Hornets is the one that they beat. And of course, Nikola Jokić made sure that he dropped 28 points in this game, 9 rebounds, double-double, 11 assists, 1 steal, and 62 fantasy points, which brought his averages to 29.2 points per game, and of course 12.3 rebounds per game and 11 assists per game. That's of course a triple-double average for Nikola Jokić. Then the main man, the one that scored the highest, was of course none other than the new daddy, LUKA DONCIC. In the backcourt led the way, and of course overall with 74 fantasy points, leading the way among the players of the night. Of course, LA Lakers made sure that they did a number on Philly, and of course LUKA led the way. He was the spearhead of the LA Lakers as they won 112 to 108. He dropped 31 points, 15 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 blocks, and a total of 74 fantasy points. His averages are now currently sitting at 35.0 points per game, 9.2 rebounds per game, 9.1 assists per game. He's only shy of a triple-double by just a shade of points. Now, of course, we take a look at our plans in as we cross over to game week 8. Remember, everything gets refreshed, and of course you get your 2 transfers that become available to you as we enter in game week 8, day 1. The deadline is a couple of hours away, so make sure you've put in your roster plans over the game day. So game day 1, I don't have any players playing in game day 1, so I will most definitely lose out on those points. I do have transfers. I will look into it, see how possible it is to bring in some of the players. Maybe we can just look at the chart so that we can see the teams that will be playing tonight. And of course, okay, the chart has not yet been refreshed, but that's something that these guys need to look into so that they give us an advantage, so that we're able to see ahead of time. All right, so a look at maybe the most picked up players. Seeing Collins, Giuseppe Collins is leading the way for Phoenix Suns. I'm going to assume he has a game, let's say, yeah, he has a game tonight. That is, of course, for Minnesota Timberwolves. I might chip in that. So this is one of the players that you can bring in so that you take use of those transfers. Jalen Johnson, people are grabbing onto him because he is actually on fire. He's not playing because I already have him in my squad. Russell Westbrook, just a look at, yeah, he's actually also playing tonight. He's also one of the players you can bring in. Then, of course, Julius Randle, they're also playing tonight. Is the other player that you can consider bringing in. Julius Randle, let's see if De'Aaron Fox, indeed. De'Aaron Fox is also among the players that are playing tonight. You can consider bringing him in. So there you are. Those are the players that people are bringing in. Now I'm assuming most of these players that are being brought in, I think you bring him in, spare the second transfer to bring someone to replace that person. So in that way you get an extra player. So it's between De'Aaron Fox. I think I may bring in Fox. I may bring in Fox or Edwards, one of the two. Let me just look at my squad. Just hold on. Let's go to the transactions. I have two, as you can see right there. Now, of course, we know that De'Aaron Fox is playing. Timberwolves is playing. I don't want to risk changing my competitive balance, but maybe I can play around with Tyrese Maxey. Is this what I'm seeing correct? Let's just have a look. Tyrese Maxey has just 2 games in this game week. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe it's time for a switch. Let's just have a look at the games of the Lakers. They only have one this whole game week. Okay. Maybe not Lakers. Okay, so it's between De'Aaron Fox. I'll just do a quick look at Scotty Barnes. He also has just one game. Julius Randle. Where is the considerable number of games? 1, 2, 3. Edwards is gone, of course. So Edwards can come in for Tyrese Maxey because Tyrese Maxey just has 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2 games, 5 and 7. Whereas when I look at Edwards, there's 1, 5 and 7. Okay, so 5 and 7. Okay, let me do that. Just even if it's just for 1 game. Okay, we remove him. Bring Edwards. Whoa, I can't afford him. Whoa. I'm shy by 0.1. Let's see this setting. Okay, Giuseppe. Collins, let's see how many games he has. There's 1, 2. Okay, so that's 5.2. I know what to do. I might get rid of Rollins or Edge Comb. Yeah. Let's first see who has the worst games. 2 games. Nopo, 2 games. Let's have a look at AJ Mitchell. Though the AJ Mitchell move didn't work for me because I need to save 1 million, so it has to be one of these. But I think JH Comb, you look like you are going. Okay. Remove H Comb. Will I be able to get them back? That's the question. One player. I have 2 players. Anthony Edwards. Okay, I'm conflicted, but yeah, that's you get the drift. I might end up doing it or not. I'm conflicted because of the budget. I don't want to ship out some of my best players only to fail to bring them back in my squad, which will be a shame. And this would mean I would have to lock in for this game week if I make these 2 transfers at this moment. Something I should have done last game week, but in retrospect, anyway. So that's my conflict, guys. I need to end the video right here. It's gone on for far too long, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and of course give me some advice, any requests. I'm always open to new ideas and advancing and making things better for you. Let me know down in the comment sections. Until next time, guys, peace out.